Today on the channel, we're going to play an old-fashioned game of Duck, Duck, Goose with Howard the Duck and, I guess, Red Skull from the What If Marvel Legends wave.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we say What If with Howard the Duck and the Red Skull. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below, and that's exactly what I did. They are shipping this wave right now. Iron Man is the only one that is missing, it seems like, from Big Bad Toy Store. So I still got to get Iron Man, but I do have the rest of the wave. And we're, of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I think we got to start with ducks first, because I think that is a rule. It's usually ladies first, then ducks, then cybernetic robots, and then Red Skulls, and then normal humans. I think that's how the list goes. I'd have to fact check that. If one of you guys want to fact check that, feel free. But we'll start with Howard the Duck, a very, very interesting one. Now, Howard the Duck, a lot of us know, of course, from the 80s movie, but he was in the comic books beforehand. Now, I remember seeing the 80s movie when I was a kid. It was always on, like, USA and TBS's of the world, things like that. Never, as a little kid, did I correlate that he was a Marvel character in there. It was just a Howard the Duck movie. And then much later on, I said, oh, he's a comic book guy, too? So I'm sure a lot of people of my age bracket maybe were in that same quagmire that I was in with this one. But let's take a look at the packaging on the old What If Howard the Duck, see what he's up to here. Interesting one is this is a very heavy feeling package, and we got a lot going on with this. Now, this is an interesting one. Is Howard Duck, obviously a small duck, yes, a duck that wears clothes. We've been there, and we'll talk about more about that later. But a very, very good looking Howard the Duck here, but a very small figure. And some people could say, hey, that's an accessory. That is not an actual figure. So it'll be interesting to get him out of the package here. But very cool looking, however, windowless packaging, plastic free. Do you really know what you're getting in here? Now, to me, if I'm ordering from Entertainment Earth, I'm ordering from Big Bad Toy Store, I'm ordering even from Amazon, I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of swapping going on. Stranger things have happened. We know. I hear people telling me from Amazon it still happens. I get it. But it's going to be pretty rare. It's going to be a lot more common at normal stores, the Targets, Walmarts of the world. But in my area, in the area I travel, I don't see a whole lot of it. I never have seen a lot of it. So it's like one of those things. Your results may vary. Depends where you live, I think, at the end of the day. But there it is, the front. On the side, we got the cone shoe. I don't know. I have not seen the Moon Knight series yet. I've been wanting to watch it. I just can't find the time. I still need to watch Andor. I still need to watch Miss Marvel. I'll get there. I did watch She-Hulk, though. I will get there. I will get there. Hopefully, I can get some time off around the holidays. Just a couple of days would be great. We'll see if that actually does happen, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Khonshu on the side, you get the little checklist. Not quite the same as a good cross-sell, I'll tell you that much. On the other side, we got the old Watcher there. He was the Build-A-Figure last go-around, as we remember. And then on the back, get a bunch of jibber-jabber nonsense down at the bottom. You get the contents of what's inside. I miss the cross-sell. The cross-sell is a favorite of mine. You guys know that. Watch the channel. No cross-sell on these new plastic-free for whatever reason. Give us a blurb. Give us something. Anything. But we don't get any of it. So we're off to the races here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's doing with the old Duckman, Howard the Duck. See you later. Remember Duckman, that show on USA? I'm trying to think of all the great ducks in the world. Duckman has to be right up there. See you later. Spider-Man style goodbye. Got a lot going on in this pack here. A lot going on. Another cardboard. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, Khonshu. Holy cow. See you later. Goodbye. This is a huge Build-A-Figure piece. I guess I wasn't expecting it to be this big, so that does work to the favor here. If you're building that Build-A-Figure, you get a huge piece, then a little Howard the Duck, a little Ant-Man action. I guess that makes a little bit of sense, but if you're not building that Build-A-Figure, you might feel a little cheated on this. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to put that off to the side. Of course, we will unbox all those guys down the line, so stay tuned for that. We got the little plastic baggie, the old parchment paper prison. Got that going on right here. There it is. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. And then we got Howard the Duck. Feeling like an accessory here. Locked away in the parchment paper prison. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's start with Ant-Man. Of course, if you remember the What If series, he was basically a talking head. And that's what it is. It's a head on a pedestal. You put it in the glass thing. You're off to the races. Cool? I don't know. I guess it's cool enough. This kind of is what it is. You really can't do anything with it. It's just going to sit there. If you ever wanted a head just on display, a little generic head, hey, you're off to the races. But there it is. There's Ant-Man. That is what it is. So very cool. I like the pieces of it, but it's strange, but it makes sense. It was in their shell. All right, now we take a look at old Howard the Duck, and man, I'm here for this one. I'm here for an old duck. But it does feel a little bit like an accessory. It reminds me a little bit of Spider-Ham. Of course, we've had him in 2 incarnations in the Marvel Legends wave. A little bit bigger, a little bit more articulation, but kind of in the same vein as that. It is really a bit of a stretch saying this is its own figure, but I think they build around that with the big Build-A-Figure part and then the Ant-Man over here. It is what it is. But let's walk through the articulation on old Howard the Duck. You get his head side to side, up and down, back and forth, so you do get head movement. You do get the arms all the way around. You get single jointed elbows. You get the hands that move side to side. And then you get a waist, and that is it. And nope, that's not it. The feet are movable as well. There's no knee bend, though. That's basically what he is missing. I don't know, do we really need a big knee bend on him? I'm not exactly sure. But it's a duck in a suit, which is always a good conversation starter. Always good looking here. A nice orange suit, brown tie, kind of a grayish shirt underneath. Get the brown belt buckle. Nice bright orange feet, bright orange bill. The white duck type face. And then, of course, you get his fedora hat that is not removable, so we do have that on there. But interesting. He's got the flayed out hands. He's got the 4 fingers. I don't know. I just don't know if I can commit to say, yes, this is a figure. It's more of an accessory. But at the end of the day, I guess it is a figure. It is. I was going to say it is a person. It is a duck. It's a Howard the Duck, after all. And he's one of the most famous ducks of all time, probably. That might be a stretch, but he does fit on a ringside collectible stand. Make sure you use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. He is a famous duck. Most famous, that's a stretch. What is the most famous duck of all time? For my money, it's got to be my old friend Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales. Just playing all the hits with a couple of the greatest ducks of all time. Top 5. I'm sure Daffy Duck's in there somewhere as well. We talked about Duckman. He could be in there. Who knows? Who else? Count Duckula. I think that was his name. We could put him in there. But I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this Howard the Duck. I'm hoping the Build-A-Figure is really good. It's very nice. I like how big this Build-A-Figure part is. I really feel like I'm getting a lot of money's worth out of this one. It's a weird way to go about it. But this gives me a little bit more hope for this Howard the Duck pack, as this was a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. So you take what you can take. You take what you can get, I guess. We'll call it that. But there is Howard the Duck, an interesting one, to be honest with you. Now we turn our attention over to Red Skull. Red Skull we've had figures of all the time over the last couple of years. The last one was more comic-based. This is, of course, What If based on the Red Skull. But this is one of those ones with a little smoke and mirrors. You can probably blend this Red Skull into anything you really want to, I believe, at least from the looks of things. But you got the What If logo, Red Skull, showing what he looks like. You got that same Build-A-Figure piece on the side where it breaks it all down. You got the Watcher and all the What If stuff over there. Nothing too fun on the back. It describes what you're getting, what you're receiving here. Just kind of is what it is. So Disney Plus, running wild, running fast, running free like a young Lando Calrissian. Let's pull it out. Spider-Man style. Bam. See you later. All right, let's get it all out of here. See you later. And see you later. Goodbye. And we got the parchment paper prison. All parchment paper. We get another Build-A-Figure piece. There it is. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. Got the big old arm for Khonshu. Oh my gosh, that's a tight arm. Oh my gosh, that is a tight arm. Holy cow. But yeah, kind of mummy-ish. I don't know. I don't know the character. I haven't seen the show. I need to. Maybe I can watch it. We'll see. We'll see. Then we get the Red Skull here. What's he got going on with him? Nothing. No weapons. Nothing like that with the Red Skull. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. It's just going to be the Red Skull. He just brought himself to the party. And like I said, this could fit in with your Marvel Comics. This could fit in the What If. This could fit in the MCU. This is a multi-purpose Red Skull. And a bit of a more, what do I call this? I don't want to call it plain Jane Red Skull, but a more Red Skull, I guess, that I'm accustomed to in my fandom, in my memories. Of course, the last one was pretty good, but that was an outfit I was not really familiar with. This, when I think of Red Skull, this is more of how I think of Red Skull, and maybe you're in the same boat as I am. This is some old articulation. We don't get the pinless joints with this one, which is unfortunate. But it's an interesting one, and not a lot of extra. You get the Build-A-Figure piece, and really nothing. Really lacking in the goods department on this one here. But you do get the head that goes round and round, side to side. Nice big red skull head. Everybody loves good skull head. Arm going all the way around, back and forth like we're accustomed to. You do get a nice bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, but we do have the pins, as I talked about. Hands, side to side, back and forth. He does got one fist of fury if he needs to drop the hammer. And then we got a nice maniacal claw hand going on where he's like, I'm going to rule the world, or he's going to pound his fist on the table. pick your poison. Pick your poison. He's got both of them. You got the nice hula hoop and the waist, so you got a little double articulation right there. He can do a little bit of splits, but not a whole lot because he is limited by his skirt. Red Skull, famous skirt wearer, we'll call him. Do get a thigh cut, do get double jointed knees. They have pins in the knees as well. No boot cut, but you do get ankles back and forth. The bottom half is really limited by this skirt, though, I will tell you that. There's not a lot of movement with this skirt going on. A good-looking Red Skull figure, but boy, I would have liked at least some extra hands, or preferably maybe a gun, a blaster, something like that for this Red Skull. As it is, just feels a little plain Jane, and just a little arm as a build-figure piece. That's all you get with this. It just doesn't feel like the perceived value is quite here on this one, and that's kind of the time we're in, the in-between inflation of the price increases and things like that. But I think even over at the old $20 price point, we'd feel a little bit like, that's it, and then you go up to the $22 to $24.99. That's it feels a lot worse than it did before, and I think most would agree with me on that one. Did forget he does got the emblems on his shoulder pads, which look nice, and then he just got the Hydra right there in the belt buckle, in his belt buckle, so that does look pretty good. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%, and it does fit perfectly. So not too shabby, not the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm not going to go that far. It is cool to get Howard the Duck. I just don't know if I agree with the way it went about to get there. Red Skull, a cool figure once again. I just don't know about the perceived value of this one either. So truly a mixed bag if there ever was one with this Marvel Legend What If wave. We've started it. We've got to finish this wave. We've got to build a figure. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. As we're going to do this one over time because it's going to take a while to build this whole wave. Where's Iron Man? Bring him in. But we'll get there eventually, so make sure you stay tuned. You want to see all that kind of stuff. Of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video. Don't forget about the Patreon, link in the description below, where you can get videos like this much earlier than traditional YouTube. You get bonus content, Q&As, giveaways, pizza reviews, you name it. There's a lot going on over there on the old Patreon channel, and I always do appreciate the support. You can also support over at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget about social media, SirPaul64 is where you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for a Red Skull and a Duck, I'm a Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.